that's way too long. Sleep on Tuesday.
Sleep when I'm dead.
Right. All right, ready to rock? Here we go. All the hits, Q97.1, as promised. I had another special guest live up in the building. We are broadcasting live from WWE Wrestlemania weekend, Dallas, Texas, baby. And we are here with a bona fide, certified superstar. Come on. It's the boss,
That's me.
Sasha Banks in the building.
That's me.
Yeah, that's
What's
you.
up?
How you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, I am so excited for WrestleMania. This is my first ever performing in it.
Yeah, it is.
It's a dream come true. This has been a dream of mine since I was 10. So, man, 14 years later.
Dang, that's crazy,
what the
right?
heck? That's so crazy.
I want to talk all about that. I want to talk about the beginnings of Sasha Banks. Before we go any further, though, and we'll be able to see this on the video later, but to everybody listening right now, Sasha Banks' hair totally almost matches the Q97.1 logo. Totally matches our logo right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Dang.
I am slay to the gods.
Real? Real? So everybody knows Sasha Banks, the name Sasha Banks in 2016. How does young Sasha Banks make it to WWE?
Whew.
Come on.
What a journey, man. That was so hard. I started training when I was 18, and I remember like at the time, the place I was training at, Chaotic Wrestling, they would have extras every time WWE would come to the show. And I was like, how come I'm not getting extra work? So I just sent a little email being like, hey, can I be an extra? And so enough, they were like, yeah, you can.
Dude, right?
I've done that like maybe 5 times, and they just kept saying, you know, work on yourself. No, not right now.
Right.
Time, yada, 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 whatever. 2 years later, I got one more opportunity. I got a tryout at FCW, and they're like, you're going to have a week trial. And I remember I was like, wow, this is your moment. You're going to do
So they
this.
call you to try out in Florida. Where were
Florida.
you? Where were you at this time?
In Boston.
All right.
In Boston.
So was that even a consideration? You were like, man, I'm way in Boston. Do I really want to go to Florida? You didn't. You were like,
They
yeah,
were
no,
paying
man.
for it.
Oh, there you go.
I know it's
Come
been my
on.
dream. Of course, I'm just like,
Real.
yeah, get me on that plane.
Right. First thing smoking,
But
I'm out.
Yes, but I told myself I am not going to leave this tryout unless I get signed. I have to get signed. I'm going to show them everything I had. And hey,
There
look
it
at
is.
me now.
Look at you now.
Look at me now.
Well, so you skipped over a lot, though. You skipped over a lot right there.
I did.
So from FCW,
Yep.
that was kind of, for those who don't know, the old WWE developmental territory
Yes.
before the world of NXT was even
Before NXT took over.
took over.
Man.
Please, please tell me. All right, so as the transition happens to NXT, you were, come on, to take a quote out of Sasha Banks, you were the boss of NXT for the longest time.
And I'm still the boss of NXT. If I go back, I would take over. I mean, it was insane. When I started down at FCW, I was just a happy girl that got signed, living the dream.
Just
whatever.
happy to be there.
Happy about
Stars
life.
in your eyes.
But where did that get me? Nowhere. So I had to boss up my life. I had to look down within and be like, no, actually, you are one of the best female wrestlers in your mind of all time. So you got to show people. So this character came out, and I just kind of took over and created these great matches that everyone is talking about. And, you know, now I'm here. My WrestleMania moment. It's insane, and it's been great.
And obviously you enlisted some of the best jewelers anywhere in the country to, come on.
Next a grill, probably.
Right?
Yeet.
You're really going to rock a grill? In 2016, you're going to rock a grill.
I'll bring it back. Did you see my shades?
Right? We're going to do a retro.
Yes,
We're going to do a retro.
we'll bring it back.
All right, so you said it yourself. It's your first ever WrestleMania. In 2016, Sasha Banks is in WrestleMania.
That's crazy.
Right? When you were 18 years old, you had to have known one day it was going to happen, but did you think it was going to happen this quick?
No. Oh, my
Right?
God, no. And just to be like, I got to see the stadium yesterday, and to see my picture front and center, and that's 60 feet, I broke down crying. I was just like, this is insane, because I haven't even been on the main roster for a year yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And everything that I'd done in NXT, it's crazy. And then I go back and I think about myself when I was 10 years old and just dreaming of one day just being in the WWE, let alone WrestleMania. Now I'm here with Charlotte and Becky, people I just started with. It was just like, we're truly blessed, and we've come so far. And just to be able to be in the ring with those girls, man, it's going to be one hell of a show.
So you name dropped. Obviously, this Sunday, WWE Wrestlemania on the WWE Network. You're going up against Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to kind of go back, take a couple steps back, because you said you kind of came up. Well, not even kind of. You did come up with them in NXT. and everyone still talking about the famous 4 Horsemen pose at NXT Takeover, which was it brought a tear to a grown man's eye. I ain't gonna lie, that was a beautiful thing.
That's so crazy.
How friggin' hard was that to kind of step away from the NXT ring, knowing that you were gonna kind of leave behind some friends?
It was really hard.
Bailey specifically.
Only one Bailey. Man,
Yeah.
it was really hard. Going into NXT Brooklyn, I thought that was going to be my last match in NXT, but we did so good. We got one more, and we got to main event a network
Dude.
special. First ever
Right.
for female, by the way.
Word.
But that was so hard, and that's why I was crying so much.
Yeah,
It was so emotional to me because that has been my home, and being in the ring with those girls and to have that match with Bailey, which I never thought that match would be like as amazing. Like the crowd response, I was just like, wow, this is insane. And just to have that little moment where we can all just be in the ring and be like, wow, we did it, guys.
Right.
Like we legit did it. It will happen
But
again.
then that just proves that, and that proved to everybody that, man, it doesn't matter if it's a male's match or a female's match.
don't matter.
It was a great match. It was a great story, and it was emotional, and man, people appreciated
It
that.
is,
Right?
and I've had so many men tell me that match made them cry. So that's pretty cool.
I'm secure enough in myself. I could tell you, I wiped away a tear.
Oh, I
I'm
appreciate
not
that.
gonna lie. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
All right, so on the more personal tip, let's talk about the WWE Hall of Fame, and I think you know where I'm going with this. Let's talk about the WWE Hall of Fame. A lot of legends going in this year, ridiculously talented individuals. One included is one Calvin Brodus, a.k.a. Big Snoop Dogg, a.k.a. a legend on the West Coast, especially in Central California and
Yes,
with Q97.1. That's our dude, but he is more your dude. You are blood related
We
to
are.
Big Snoop Dogg.
We are. That is my first cousin. And yeah, he's so excited. He is a huge wrestling fan. So
Yeah, he is. Well, we've seen him a bunch guest hosting Raw. We've seen him on a bunch of WrestleManias.
oh yeah, and I was right behind him in the back. I was like, you
In the
better bring me
back.
with you. But he called me up. He's like, I'm going to the Hall of Fame. I was like, that's awesome.
That is so dope.
And I'm going to have my first WrestleMania match. He's like, that's
Dude,
awesome.
how
like,
is
this
that? Your family's got to be friggin' on top of the
Oh
world
my
right now. They're
God.
like, it's us. It's our family.
My
It's
mom's
our
like,
right?
rocking my shirts, ready to go.
Dude,
So
that's crazy.
It's really
it's got to
crazy.
feel good that years ago you were begging Snoop to bring you backstage. Now he's probably begging you
yes,
to, right?
and a lot
Introduce
of family
me.
members too. Yes. Like what's that wrestler again? I'm like, Dean Ambrose.
That's so funny, dude. How that's surreal that this is your life now. This is your life,
It
right?
is. Sometimes it really doesn't like hit me. Sometimes like we get stopped by fans all the time. I just go, oh yeah. But then sometimes I really look back and be like, oh, you used to be exactly like them. You used to wait around for autographs, not at hotels or airports, at the arena, guys.
Yeah, right.
But,
Stop lying.
No,
Little
for
Sasha
real.
Banks was camped out in front of the
No,
hotel. Stop lying.
that's not me.
All
But
right.
I used to be them, and it's weird to go from being a fan, having a dream, to being in the ring and being their idol. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's weird. It's surreal, but it's
it
weird.
is weird.
Yeah.
Well, just congratulations. It's
Thank
because
you.
it seems like you're sucking up every moment of it and enjoying every second of it.
This is such a big moment for me, and I got to take it all in.
Heck
This is
yeah.
once in a lifetime. You never know what's going to happen next year. Hopefully more good things, but right now this is the moment, and it's going to be one hell of a moment too.
I'm digging it. Well, before I know we're on limited time, but before I let you go, I'm sure because you've done a bunch of these interviews already, and people talk about the rumors. It's one thing that kind of sucks about the internet. There's really no secrets. But the right?
Yeah.
But the rumor about the women's division in WWE on the main roster, possibility of a new title belt. Is that something that you even think about? Is that something that even matters to you?
For me personally, yes, because ever
Okay.
since they brought that butterfly title when I was a little girl, and I watched that, I was just like, that's the ugliest thing I've
All right. Well,
ever
I
seen.
totally wasn't baiting you into talking trash, but
No,
Sasha
I'm gonna
Banks, the
say it.
boss,
I
can
keep
talk
it
as much
real.
trash
I
as she
keep it real.
wants. Right.
I can never picture myself holding that. So my mind, if I won the title, I was going to make that more boss. So maybe there's the rumor right there. I'm going to change that title, period.
There it is.
I can't rock a butterfly.
No.
Oh, my God.
A butterfly on Sasha Banks? Nah, I don't
But, you know,
cut
this women's division is growing, and people are finally respecting what women can do in WWE. And
Right.
that's what our dream is. That's what our goal is. And I think after WrestleMania, a lot of people are going to respect it even more, and I'm so excited for that.
Man, well, just talking to you for the last few minutes, I have a ridiculous amount of respect for
Thank
you,
you.
more so than I did. And if you follow Sasha Banks on Instagram or probably even Twitter, everyone saw you. It's not just lip service. You were a true bona fide fan, and you
yes.
posted up some old school throwback pictures.
Yes.
And number one, that's freaking brave that you even post up some old school pictures.
Very old school, man.
But for real, I think that reason right there is another reason that fans kind of connect to you, because you're one of us, man.
You gotta show
Except for
dreams
just a whole
can come true.
Just a whole lot more glamorous.
Oh, I tried.
And a whole lot more bossy.
That's me.
One more time, Sasha Banks, last words for Fresno Wrestlemania weekend. What can we expect?
Man, you can expect one hell of a show. You're going to see the baddest diva. You're going to see the boss, the B-O-S-S, Sasha Banks, kill it like I always do. I'm going to walk out of WrestleMania, your new Divas champion. That's me. That's me. Changing the game right there.
Legit, baby.
Legit.
Sasha Banks in the building. WrestleMania weekend, WWE Network. Let's rock it. It's Q97.1.
We're going to do it.